What a long summer holidays that's been. It started off bad, tailed off in the middle, and the less said about the ending, the better. Still, back at school, back into routine, everything's good. In this video, what I thought I'd do is have a quick look at FreeBSD 15 because I noticed that they've added that tag on the new vers.sh. So I thought I'd build the source up. This will take a couple of videos, I'm afraid, because the ISOs that I tried to download for current are just not working. So we're going to have to build it from source. Now, I'm going to quickly run through how that works. So let's get that going. So you'll see on the screen, that's how it's done. So we're going to do that. Multiple keyboards. Hate having multiple keyboards. So first thing we're going to do is do a make build world. Now, before we go any further, let me just say, going from FreeBSD 13 to FreeBSD 15, not a good idea. That's what I'm doing, but not a good idea. Probably go up in incremental steps. Going from 13 to 14, then to 15 is much more logical because there might be some things that are in 14 that need to be updated before you use 15. If it fails on me, no biggie. This is not in production or anything. It's just something for me to have a look at. So we'll do that, and we'll come back in tomorrow or whenever and have a look at see how FreeBSD 15 is running. Now I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do a bit of a cheat so that it just gets on and does it. So we'll let it get on. Helps if you spell things correctly, doesn't it? It's because I started talking. So we'll leave that to get on with that, and I'll put money on that not being ready before I finish talking. While it's doing that, why don't we have a quick look at what's new in FreeBSD 15? I'm going to assume it's not much yet. It's more likely to be just a continuation of 14 at the moment. So let's take a look. I mean, it might actually be harder to find stuff about it. Be interesting to know what 14 is at first. So I think that is at alpha. Last time I looked at on my system, it was alpha 1. It's now alpha 3. So they're gearing up for a release. It's going to be a while yet. It's still alpha, then beta, and then RC is what will happen with that. So it's come out of there. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find anything on that because it's not, like I say, it's not actually been announced yet. However, what we can do is look at the updating file. Again, that'll be in the source. So let's go back to that. In the main or head, whatever you want to call it. Let's look at the tree. We'll have a look at a couple of files here. So let's have a look at the rel notes first. So this will tell us everything that's gone into it. Wow, there's the first biggest change. So FreeBSD 15 will not support 32-bit platforms. That's a biggie. Who's using 32-bit platforms anymore? I mean, I guess there might be some legacy hardware hanging around, but for the main part, most new systems are going to be 64-bit. I guess it makes sense. Well, there you go. Quite surprised by that. So stable 14 and earlier branches will retain their 32-bit kernel and world support. Oh yeah, new loader, Lua. NDA is now the default NVMe device on all platforms, while NDA creates MVD links by default, so FSTab etc continues to work. Configuration should be updated to new NDA devices. Okay, that's interesting. That might affect me, not on this box, because the NVMe port isn't working. Let's fix that. It's the M.2 port that's not working. I think I might have had too much coffee this morning. Add a new fwget utility. The goal of this utility is to inspect the system for peripherals that need firmware and install the appropriate packages for them. That's interesting. TI code from ARM v7. What's that? Don't know. New syscurb 5 mount options and NFS v4. Okay. Add support for SP4 Mac cred. Exchange ID. Okay. Add support so that NFSD, NFS user D, mount D, GSSD, RPC, TLS, serve D can be run in an appropriately configured VNet prison. Okay, so that's something else that I need to really dive into, and that's VNet jails. I did try that at one point, and it kind of went a little bit wrong. Maybe I should look at that again now on 15 once it's more stable. MTA start script, along with other MTA RCD scripts, have been retired. Default mail transport agent is now DMA. We knew that. That was something that was announced quite some time ago. So we're probably moving down to stuff that's quite old now. There's no dates on these, unfortunately. Yeah, remove telnet D. So there's quite a lot of stuff there. And now it is worth noting that this is release notes for 14, but we are now on 15. So let's have a look at the update and see what's there. To people who think that 15 is slow, yeah, it doesn't look like there's much in there yet. Okay, so we're back to waiting to get this up and running. Yeah, so that'll be a while. Make build world and make build kernel. They'll take a while. Once they're done, I will run through the rest of the bits for that. Which is, where are we? Yeah. Gone past it. Wakey, Gary. Documentation for FreeBSD. So good. Right, so here we go. So this is what I was doing. So I'm building a generic kernel because I haven't configured any options. Don't really need to. So once I've done that, I'll do the etc update -p, and then the etc, and then the make install world, and then etc update -b, and then make delete old. Once that's done, I'll reboot into it and I'll take a look. Now I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be plain sailing, and that's fine because it's a pre-release version of FreeBSD. I don't mind looking at that on this box because it's, you know, it's not a production box. Please don't try this in production, guys. It's just not worth it right now. I know that I've said before that I run my stable box, and if you remember, I've got a video for release, stable and current that will tell you what they are, and I run stable on my production box. Again, it's not the right idea, but you can get away with it. This is just purely for me to have a look around on, and that's what I'll do. So once it's up and running, we'll come back.
24 hours later.
Yeah, so I ran through all of these bits. I installed the kernel, etc update -p, make install world, etc update -b, capital B, sorts out the etc directory, gets rid of any old entries and puts new ones in if it needs it. Make install world, make delete old. So that left me with this system here. Should we have a look? So it's been rebooted. There we go. FreeBSD 15. Current. So what's new? At the moment, not a lot from 14, to be completely honest with you. It's all much as it was. A few things have been removed, like I said, telnet's gone. Yeah. So let's have a quick look at what's in the RCD directory, because like I said, telnet has gone, but I don't know. Yeah, see, it's gone. The other thing that I don't know is whether it needs a ZFS update. Can't spell today. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. So that's that done, I think. Let's have a good look. Yep. Let's reboot and see if it still works. It may not. It may need the updated boot code. If it does, so be it. But to be honest, nothing has really changed. It's pretty much as it was. And like I said, it doesn't matter if this system doesn't work. It seems to be working. And there we go. And there goes the mouse. And login. Right. So let's have a quick look. I do not like this keyboard. No known errors. There we go. So that's all good. So we're now on the latest version of ZFS as well. That's good. What I did notice, which doesn't really surprise me, yeah, okay, we'll do that. -F. Well, that's rather strange. Or is it? So it's clear to me that they haven't actually made any packages yet. But we could use Git to install it. That'll be empty. Yes, it will. Let that do that. We'll come back. So I want to try installing package just to see if it works. I suspect it's still not going to find much. Because this, to me, looks like it's trying to get from quarterly, but it doesn't exist. Like I said, not really surprising. Don't think they've actually made any packages for FreeBSD 15 yet. Bit of a problem for early adopters. I mean, let's see if we can have a look, shall we? Well, that's interesting. So, no operating system found. I wonder. Maybe the ZVol did go doolally. Okay, so there we go. No more looking at that. I'll be honest, from what I've seen, not much has changed. It looks and acts exactly the same as 14. I should have updated my boot code. I didn't. That's my bad. Never mind. Maybe I'll come back and investigate that another time, because that's going to be an issue that some people will face. It is recoverable. It's just going to take a bit of jiggery-pokery and a rescue disk. But we could get that sorted. I think I'll have a look at some other operating systems before I do that. Oh well. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. It's like I said, it was a real early look at 15. I just wanted to see if it actually ran. It did for a little while. Gone now. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content from me. In the description below, there's a link for our Discord server. Don't forget to jump in and say hello. And as always, see you in the next video. Take care.